can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
It's raw.
Have you been doing this every day?
Not every day, no. We've been doing it with short bursts. Like, we'll take the weekend, we'll 3,
4, whatever.
4, whatever.
Cool.
Yep, that kind of thing.
What's up, Jeff?
How you doing? I'm good, Rob. How are you?
I'm good, too. I'm excited today. You?
I am super excited.
Yeah.
All right, so today we're here with Victoria Taylor Music. I didn't want to get that incorrectly. Victoria Taylor Music.
Yes.
That's her IG handle. Victoria is here with us today.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So you're a singer, right?
Yeah.
And a songwriter. So are you able to actually, like, hear a tone and know what
Key
it is?
Yeah. I mean, if you're...
she's like, yeah.
Duh. This is the first thing
so
you
you're
do.
saying like, oh, sing and you're like, I'll know what note that
Yes.
is?
Yeah.
No, that's perfect pitch.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I can like sing it back for you, or I can figure it out. So that's like relative pitch. So if you're like, and then I'm like, okay, I know where C is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, C, that's like D, or what,
Cool, yeah.
something like that.
I saw...
Yeah.
This is like so far. I don't even know what she's... C, D, R.
I remember a little bit just because
They're like, yeah.
I used to play guitar a lot. Like,
Oh.
I used to practice guitar, so I learned how to, like,
Read.
try to get
listen.
the notes, try to get the right note, but then I haven't done that in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of get it, but
Do you play any instruments?
I play a little piano and guitar.
piano I
Ooh.
think is, like, sick.
ukulele.
If you know how to play piano, it's like you could do anything, I feel like.
Yeah. When I'm writing, it's always on piano. And then, like, I'll transfer it to guitar.
Right. It translates very well, right?
She's got a nice talking voice.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, guys.
Right? Like,
Soothing,
listening
you know?
into the earphones, her talking voice sounds like she's singing.
Yes.
Maybe
It's
I
weird.
should do, like, those, like, what are
ASMR.
Are we talking about that again?
Yes.
The noise things?
Because everybody was like, what the fuck is that, Jeff? And I was like,
the weirdest shit.
Like
yeah. And they're like, opening a water bottle, it's like, yeah.
Sprite
Yeah.
does that, I think, with the
Yes,
opening up the cans,
or
right?
the chocolate with the ice. It's like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's like
Whatever.
a
The
common
ice one,
fetish
yeah.
now. Like,
Really?
People used to
Yeah.
hide it. Now it's, like, out in the open. Like,
yeah.
Like, people, like this? Like,
Yeah, they like it, yeah. It's weird.
Did you ever
Very
see
weird.
that commercial where she's opening up, I think it's Corona or Bud Light, and it's like,
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And then there's the candy commercial.
See,
You know
I
what I'm
think,
talking
like, your guys' generation just knows new thing. Like, I don't know that. I'm old.
Uh-huh.
I'm old now.
about?
It is.
it's like on
I was like,
TV.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's like 10 years older. Like, that's a big difference, I think.
Yeah, it is, but, like, I don't really notice it, Rob. Like, you're pretty with it.
I'm with it. I try to be with it.
You're a cool dad.
I'm a
Yeah.
cool dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah.
But we actually, so Victoria and I and her family kind of go way back.
Way back.
Really back. I mean, I remember Victoria as like literally a baby.
Yeah.
How old are you think?
I mean, when I moved here, I was 2. So
Oh my
we
God.
were
So there,
neighbors.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
we were
from
a
2 years old.
Which house was it? Do you know?
couple houses down.
Yeah,
That
the
way.
house is down that way. It's
That-
that
okay.
red brick one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
And I actually used to play basketball with her father. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. And now, like, and then I heard your music through, I guess, some mutual friends that we have on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait, that's Victoria? Like,
Right.
what the?
Yeah.
This girl is like insane.
Didn't
like,
expect
this-
that, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know. I haven't seen you in forever.
You're making me blush, guys.
Oh
Thank
no,
you.
it's you should be proud. Let me tell you something that I always wanted to do was play the guitar and sing. I can't do either.
I believe that everyone can sing.
No, I definitely
As
can't sing.
crazy
I've
as
tried.
It's like a natural thing.
I've tried.
I think
I
maybe
do-
they could find their own, like, pitch. Like Post
Yeah.
Malone, right? I don't think he's like an awesome singer, but, like, I think he could find, like, his pitch and tone or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you work at it, just like anything else, like you can do it. You just have to, because I wasn't I wasn't good. Like when I was like 2 years
No?
old, I thought when I was probably 13, 14, I thought I was the best singer ever. I was like, listen to me. Like I would make my whole family sit down. It was Victoria time. Like,
Right.
everyone had to watch me and shut up. And then I used to make like my brother's little friends watch me like dance. And now that I think about it, it's weird. But like,
No, but that was like the audience that
Right.
you like
Yeah.
you wanted.
Yeah.
but if you just work on it, like anything you could do anything.
Maybe you could teach me how to like carry a tune, but I definitely won't be good. Like I've tried. Like I've tried.
Can I hear?
No way.
What song should we do? Just the
No way. I
a
can't.
basic.
No, let's do a duet.
No, a duet. I
La,
promise
la,
you,
la,
we'll
la,
get
Ain't
a
no
zero.
mountain high enough. Everyone knows that song.
What's that?
Ain't no mountain high
I'm
enough.
not singing. You. I would love to hear you sing. Yeah, but
I don't know the words.
so my wife like sings a little bit, and I remember she was teaching me about like my stomach and pressing my stomach in and
the diaphragm and all
she
that.
was she gave up on me like literally like she was like, all right, forget it, you suck.
You got to play.
But
The
she told me
instrument.
the same thing. She's like, everyone can sing. You
Yes.
can definitely sing.
Yeah,
She was wrong. I'm calling her out right
It's
now.
crazy.
I'm totally calling her
it's
out.
a different form of storytelling too, you know, because it's like I feel like that's what we do, is storytell through our ancient histories, like told to us through, you know, our grandparents
singing,
and stuff like
everything's
that.
like- yeah.
So
Well, that's
It's a type
art,
of-
you know?
yeah.
Like I believe in putting art out there that means something that, you know, resonates with you, and hopefully it can resonate with somebody else. Then you connect on
And you get
that level, right?
you
passed
know?
down, yeah,
Right.
and you're remembered for that too.
Exactly.
Well, I know like sometimes I listen to songs and it can bring you back to like a certain memory.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just weird. And the song is not even like meant to have that memory, but it's like, I remember that as a
Attached to it.
child. Yeah, you attach it to your childhood and like, you could be like crying or happy like it's music really does,
It changes the
feel
mood.
you. Yeah. It's like,
100%.
it's
Some people say they don't like music. Have you ever heard that? Like some people are like, I don't listen to music.
I don't,
Are
It's
they
very
human?
rare, but yeah.
I don't
but
listen,
I'm like,
I don't listen to a ton of music,
Okay.
uh-huh.
like,
Okay.
Yeah.
but I think it's more because I don't have the time to, believe it or not. Like, you know, I work kind of close to home. You know, if I'm driving for a drive, I probably listen to more like sports radio stuff. But
Yeah. I get
it's
it. too.
nice to just listen to some music.
There's also recently, I feel like it's more one kind of music. It's not anymore
Like different genres.
Like it's more just like rap, like just is overbearing over everything else.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to get like somebody with like a good voice out there, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a commitment to find music,
Mm-hmm.
like to find the type of music. If you don't like, you know, hip hop is definitely dominating the charts right now, which is really cool and it's awesome. But
Mm-hmm. I want to hear something different sometimes, you know?
Yeah, right, exactly. Like not everyone loves it, which is fine. Like everyone has a different preference, but like it's definitely like a commitment to find
Something.
your little right.
Yeah, like Tame Impala. I don't know if you know that band, Tame Impala.
No, sounds cool though.
Yeah. That's what I've been listening to. I don't even know if I'm going to spell this right. Impala.
there you go. Come on.
Oh, cool.
Just different music, you know?
Yes.
But
Now, well, like, what genre would you say like you're singing?
singing is.
Yeah. Is that right? Am I asking
Yeah.
the right question?
Right genre of music, yeah. So I would say it's like pop soul.
Okay.
Like a little dash of R&B and a little dash of like dance, because I started out with really like a soulful song. Like my first song I released was like this soulful, you know, acoustic-y song, and then I dropped something 2 years later when I kind of felt like I was more becoming of who
Something
I
else.
was, because
Okay.
I was still in school at the time when I dropped that song. So 2 years later when I dropped Got Me Moving, which was last January, it was like a dance pop track, which like this kind of led me into making people feel like good and happy and dancing, and it was the summer, and I just loved that. I wanted people to like think of that, like when they think of my music, I want them to feel like happy and free. And so then my last song that I released, Emotions, it's like more dancing, and then the acoustic version kind of led me into like this pop soul acoustic era, like singer-songwriter, I guess you could say.
That
you know?
Right.
that's your. Now you do this full time, right?
Yeah.
Like this is like your thing.
Is
Like this is it.
Is there a link that we could go to that we could
Listen
tell
to some of
everybody?
these other songs.
Yeah, so you can go to my Instagram. Everything's
And
on
it's
there in
this
my
one
little
here?
link. Right now I have the link tree up, which has everything.
Every song that you've. How many songs do you think you have right now?
Okay, so if you go to Victoria Taylor Music, that's her Instagram handle. If you go there, there's a link in her bio.
Link in the bio.
Link in the bio.
It's like on everything. But,
Literally.
yeah,
But like, how many
really-
songs do you think you have? Approximately
I have 4 songs out on Spotify right now.
on Spotify.
Yes.
The one that I heard was, I guess, the Emotions. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play it really quick.
Like, yeah, unbelievable. No, I wanted her to sing.
Okay. Could you sing it over this?
You think or not?
Yeah, I could
Would
sing it
you?
over this.
I don't want to
Really?
put you on the spot,
That'd
but
be crazy.
No.
You're good,
Listen,
right?
please.
Come on.
You're like,
Come on.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, so wait, we'll play. Okay, that works, right?
Yes.
I guess
Should
we
I
do that,
should I
that's
find
fine.
should I find one that's like
Just-
just instrumental, or
Can we find one
Is
then?
that a way?
it's not out. So you could just play this
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
It's
okay.
over. It'll be a little weird, but it's fine.
Wow.
Should I do the laugh too?
Yes.
Took someone else to bed so I didn't lose myself. Boy, you got me feeling you and no one else. And I always think about you more than I know I should. And I always dream about you more than I know I could. Baby, oh baby, I go no, 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 no. But you say baby, oh baby, I go oh. Boy, you got me feeling all these emotions. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to run. Got me all up in my feelings like you could be the one. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to run. Where to run. Where to run. La da da, la la da da. Ha 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 ha. La da da, la la da da. Ha la da da. Ha 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 ha. Hey hey yeah. Oh no. You're getting under my skin, oh baby. I'm getting under your skin, oh no. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to run. Got me all up in my feelings like you could be the one. What to do? I don't know where to run. Ha la da da, ha la da da, ha la da da, ha 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 ha, ha la da da, ha la da da, ha la da da. Where to run? Where to run?
Wow. Wow.
Like, there's so many riffs in that I forgot that I did.
It doesn't matter. Wow. But let me tell you something. Like,
Really
literally, like, no joke. Like,
I don't know.
One, I'm speechless.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know what to say.
Really?
And, like, the
'Cause-
connection, like, I
Insane.
don't know.
Yeah.
I got the chills.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Like, legit. Like, got the chills. Like, first off, you got it all.
Seriously.
Literally. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're intelligent.
Yep.
Smart, talented, same thing, right? You got the voice. Can you dance?
I can dance, yeah.
So, like, literally, just the
Thank
only thing you have
you.
to
Chris Brown a little
you
bit?
literally have to just promise me one thing.
Okay.
Remember us.
Even better, you're not going to shave your
Wait,
head and go
what's your
nuts,
name
right?
I mean, I was thinking about it, but I think I'll
Okay.
hold off for
Okay,
you guys.
just stay humble and grounded.
Yep.
Thank
Like
you.
you
I
are
will,
right
yeah.
here, right now. Like,
Yep.
like just always remember where you came from, and because you got something special, and I think you're going to take it to wherever
Thank
you kind of
That's
want
lovely.
to.
I
Yep.
appreciate it.
But like,
100%.
just don't fall for it. Whatever
No,
it is, like
absolutely.
that craziness that I think like everyone gets when they become it.
Right.
You
It's
know,
definitely important for me because like I'm so close to my family and I believe in God, and you know it's very important for me to like always stay humble and just keep working, because in my mind there's always someone who's working harder than you and there's always someone that's not, but you know you always have to keep going because it's hard, and you have to stay grounded because that is so important to like remember where you come from, remember your family, what
Like-
your morals are.
Really
yes,
is.
and literally don't forget that. And I know your family, so I know you have that backing. Where I
Yeah.
think that's like super, super, super important. And, you know, I think that will help you get to that next level.
Yeah, like
You
my
know.
family is so important to me. In my Got Me Moving music video, it was like really important that I put my family in it because they helped me get through it. It was like kind of an ode to them. Like, oh, they
Helped you
pushed
through
me
everything, yeah.
through and helped me through everything in my life.
Right.
So
They're
like,
there for you.
Have my friends and family in that video, and yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Incredible. Are you single now?
yes.
Okay. See, like, that's hard too, because, you know, if you make it, then people just want to be with you because
Right.
of like
Just
the
because.
fame.
Right,
So like it'd be
that's
nice
true.
to find somebody now.
Now, right.
Now's the time.
Definitely.
I think it's hard no matter what too because people change.
Yes.
People
like-
do change. People change a lot, and you're going to change even more. You know, just you're going to experience different things, and it's just tough.
Yeah.
It's just,
really
it's
is.
just
Life.
it's a life. Life is tough, but the family, like you said, like the God, like just don't forget where you come from, and
Right.
I think the best thing is just humble, because there's going to be tons of ups and downs in life.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, I experienced it just going through school and practicing, and then family. Like I'm not
Everything.
the same person I am or I was
4 years ago.
Right.
maybe not even last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just go through certain events and you realize what's really important, you know, to you. So don't forget us. Remember who had you've been to on another podcast before?
No, this is
Okay.
my
Yes,
first
it's
one.
Okay, so all right, so like literally, like we have to like let's let her sign something right now
Yes.
that like she's coming back when she's
To
big.
be on the wall.
Okay,
Yes.
is that good?
framed.
We should do
Do
that.
we have
Yeah.
that? Do we have a promise?
So
Promise.
A
signed
promise.
Something,
I do,
right?
I
don't even
promise.
have a pen.
We don't have a pen.
Are we doing a contract?
We're gonna do like do we have to do like blood or like hair?
We're blood brothers and sisters now.
Is that a fine? Will you come back?
We'll get a picture
100%,
after
I
or something like
promise.
that.
All right, I actually believe her because like I just do.
You guys are fun. Of course I come back.
I believe her.
Yeah.
We're missing a couple of the other people that we do the podcast
Normally
with.
do
but-
it with, yeah.
I think-
Amanda, Jess,
Alyssa.
Rob is here.
Yeah, but honestly, I think me and Jeff are just going to take it over.
Uh-huh.
Amanda, you listening? We're taking it over.
We're taking it over. You're gone. We voted you off the island.
Yes. But so where do you
Sorry.
like see yourself in the next year? Like what's the plan now? Like you released these singles, I guess, right? Now, like how do you get out there? How do you go? How do you go from here to?
How did you start from the beginning, actually? Like, where did you start? Like, I guess you're putting out videos before you started to get, like, Insta-famous kind of thing?
You think I'm Insta famous?
Well, you got, like, 2K. You're getting noticed, is what I'm saying.
No,
You know,
I
She's
know,
getting
I know
there.
what you're talking about.
She's there.
and
So
you're
where do you start, the question is? Or where did I start?
like, yeah, where are you starting from? Like, what are you doing to start your journey as
yeah,
trying to become an upcoming musician?
Yeah, I released a few of the songs. I did
Mm-hmm.
2 videos. And right now I'm really focusing on, because we're in quarantine and because of all the craziness right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing on my image, my sound, where I want to go next, and writing my EP.
Mm-hmm.
That's really important to me, to have a body of work that I can call my own, and
Show it
that
off.
no matter where I go, I can perform it. And so normally what I'd be doing after I release something is going out, performing it, pushing it. But right now it's mostly virtual. So it's kind of playlist promotion and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sending things to blogs and trying to just get yourself out there.
Like
doing things
background,
like this,
yeah.
meeting people, going out and meeting people and having them hear you sing and perform, and just letting them understand what you stand for and what your sound is. And, you know, hopefully they like it. And if not, there's always someone else that
Well-
might like you, and you just keep going. Yeah, but definitely perform, and establish yourself and what you stand for, what your sound is. And, you know, that's what quarantine has probably the only good thing out
thing.
of this quarantine
Yeah.
is that a
We
lot of artists are focusing on their art.
We
which is
said
really
it,
cool.
right, on their art more than, like, their image or, like, something like that, right?
Right.
Being superficial about it. We were
Exactly.
saying, like, if you're coming out of the quarantine not doing anything different or, like, something to be constructive of yourself about,
Yeah.
then it's like, what are you doing really, right?
And
We're
what are
sitting
you
at
doing
home.
with your life if you're not doing anything? Yeah.
No, but that's the point of just like there's a lot of ups and downs in life.
Yeah.
And you could really take this like time to really get to know.
Use it. Grab the bull by the
If
horns.
quarantine doesn't happen, I don't think we do this podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, like, there are
Yes.
There's
some
positive.
good things
100%,
that
yeah.
have come out of it, which is nice.
Yep. Always got to flip it upside down.
So where do you see yourself in 1 year, 5 years? Like, because I don't know how this industry really works. Like, how do you get bigger? How do you become
Like
Victoria? Like, will you change your name?
You know what's funny? I was thinking about changing my name because Victoria Taylor Romano is my full name, right? But I always went by Victoria Taylor because as a little girl, I was like, I'm going to get married and like put my last name in there. But, you know, I wanted to establish myself of who I am. So Victoria Taylor was always me, but then I felt like it sounded country. And I was like, I don't really do country music.
I could see yourself as like a
country.
little country.
But, you know, so many people say that.
Yeah. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, I think.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I love country
Do you
music.
do you sing any country music? Have
Some
you ever?
soft country, like
Soft.
I listen to like a lot of women in country music. Mary
Okay.
Morris,
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson. She's more like pop rock now.
But
like, her into it.
there's a lot of like overlap, right? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of I could see yourself with a little country,
yeah.
like a little American flag bandana, like
Casey
somewhere maybe in the
Musgraves.
back pocket.
Banjo.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Banjo.
Banjo in the back.
No,
right?
it's a compliment.
Definitely.
you.
It's a
Yeah, I
compliment.
love
This is
country.
yeah.
Definitely.
You know what's so funny? Like it's country music is music that I like never like listened to, but I'm starting to really like.
The,
Like
the
I'm
lyrics,
re-
like lyrically, I think they're so good.
yeah.
it is.
Because what do they talk about? They don't
Like-
talk about like.
What's that?
Shooting
Florida
guns and
Georgia
shit.
line.
Well, they do.
Is that
but
one?
In a
They're
different
good
way.
too.
They're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, like you don't think of them as like country. It's just different.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pop crossover now.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And I feel like I think like back when I was in high school, it was either like what kind of music you listen to? Like rap.
That
was it.
Only rap. That's it.
That was it. It was like
Nothing else.
rap. And now it's like you see a lot of like my era was like the boy bands. They were like
Yes.
NSYNC, Backstreet
Oh, yeah,
Boys. Like,
nice.
I mean, I got a confession. I've maybe cried to a song or two, but you don't really see boy bands really aren't
Yes.
thing
Not a thing
anymore, right?
anymore.
It's more like the boys are kind of like rapping, but are hip hop, like Drake. You know, like
Yeah,
Drake.
Drake.
And
Drake, I guess, took that.
yeah, he did. He took it to another level, and
He's
he killed
pretty
it.
much everything. Like, because he could
He's
do
everything.
any kind of song, really. I feel like he
Yeah.
could own it. You know what I mean?
Thank
But
my
those
little brother.
they're super talented, but like someone who I feel like they talk their lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an insult to them, but like they just talk their lyrics. Like I'm not gonna do it because I can't sing, but I feel like you actually sing.
Sing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah, well,
like
they're completely different, you know.
yeah, it's
So it's-
but that to me is like more impressive. Like what you do is way more
Lil
impressive.
Wayne, I think, said that he was getting trained to sing, and he was like, his teacher was saying, "Don't worry about singing, just use your lyrics."
Wait, Lil Wayne can sing.
He
though.
could really
Oh,
sing.
He
yeah?
just won the Masked Singer.
Really?
Yes.
Is there
Oh,
video
re-
on this?
oh.
Yes, you have to watch it.
No.
Yes, 100%.
Like, really, really
he
sing.
won. Yeah.
Like wow.
I don't think he.
And then didn't expect it
Right. Like,
because
It's not-
his voice is awesome. By the way, like
yeah, he's like,
yeah.
But they use a lot
Awesome.
of auto tune.
something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
But there in rap, they're just so different. Like I could never do what they do because there's rhythm and there's flow and there's obviously the lyrics that you're coming up with on the spot. So it's like so
Yeah.
crazy.
Is it Masked Singer?
Masked Singer, yeah. Him and T-Pain are like undercover crazy singers.
Really?
Yes.
And he won.
Is there one?
Yeah,
here?
he won, and he's like, "I did this for my kids" or something like that. But he's like,
Is this?
he was the robot. Yeah.
Oh, he was the robot. Like, should this one work? This one here?
Yeah. Try that one.
We got to upgrade to the
The non-ad.
the
version.
non-ad version.
Sorry, guys.
So he's underneath that. I didn't
This
see
is
this.
this is Lil Wayne singing.
Singing Lenny Kravitz.
I am the chosen number one. I have come to save the day.
I feel like now I know it's him. Then I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why you've got to try. You've got to breathe and have some fun. No, I'm not paid. I play
it. This is a cool idea.
stop until I'm done.
Who are you? He's dressed as a robot on this video.
And I got to know.
Now that you said it, I feel like I
Now
know
you
who
can
it
hear
is.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I wouldn't have known who that was.
Yeah.
How
Normally.
funny.
Yeah, I mean these
crazy.
people are super
Really
talented.
is.
But you said like they do use a lot of auto tune and all that stuff. When you sang for us, obviously we have none of that going on here, so it was amazing.
Just
Aw,
without
thank
that
you.
stuff.
voice.
Thank you. Yeah, it was super important for me to like get trained. So
Did you do voice lessons and stuff?
Yeah, I went to school for music for 4
Okay.
years.
Okay. Where's that? Like, where'd you go?
After high school, or
Yeah, so I went to study at the University of the Arts in Philly for 2 years, and then I transferred to the New School of Jazz in New York City.
Oh wow.
cool, legit.
Yeah. So it was like super important for me to sound exactly how my recordings sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you know how people will sound
Yes.
amazing in recording, and
And
then they'll
live
go
they
on
suck.
stage
Live,
and
it's
stuff.
weird.
I mean, you have a bad performance, you have a bad
Yes.
performance, but like, I wanted to be consistent. That was like important to me.
I think that's important in any
Oh,
industry.
in anything, Chipotle.
Chipotle
we
needs
talk.
to be-
It brings it up because
Yes. You love
consistency-
Chipotle.
Consistency.
You literally love Chipotle.
is top key.
Are you getting secretly paid by them?
No, not at all. Why would you think that?
Have you been to different
Chipotle is
Chipotles?
great, though.
Do you live around here?
I
like-
live in Long Branch now.
Long Branch. Okay, so have you been to Chipotle in Hazlitt by any
No.
chance? So there's a Chipotle in Hazlitt
He brings this up
I'm
every. I don't
sorry.
know.
compared to the Chipotle in Eatontown, because Eatontown
Okay.
has it on lockdown. Like they know
Okay.
exactly what they're doing. Chipotle in Hazlitt, they don't know what they're doing, and I think it's because they're like run by like kids that don't really care. You know what I mean?
It's a
I
younger,
understand.
a younger
If
I
your
crowd.
take my
food is not
Chipotle
made
very
with
seriously.
love,
Yes.
There is
You can
energy.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There-
100%.
You know,
So how
like
do you-
the experiment with the plant, where you listen to like really nice classical music,
Yeah.
and then you go listen to like punk rock, and the plant with the
Die?
the plant with the nice classical music will grow bigger than the other one
Really?
under the same conditions.
Weird, right?
You never done that experiment?
I've never done it myself.
But you've
Have
heard
you
it?
done it yourself?
No, I haven't.
Sets up his plans.
I haven't. But I find that stuff amazing.
I've done one with like microwaving.
Microwave stuff?
Microwave water, and then like just had regular water, and the microwave water was not good, of course.
yes.
That's weird.
So
My
it's
mom
every-
talks to my plants,
Yeah.
and they grow.
They
Yes.
should. That's good too.
Yes.
She'd be like, "How you doing this morning?"
guys-
I'm like,
Hey,
"Mom,
sunshine."
Are you okay?
Yes.
So let's try that. Tell her to yell at one plant and see,
See what happens.
see what happens. You yell at, yeah. But you have to be like try to be like truly angry at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a huge difference in the way it grows, because just like music, everything has a frequency.
Yeah.
Or
Right?
energy.
No, it's true.
So there's supposedly like the I think it's like 416 or 432 hertz. I don't know how I know this. So weird. I'm like so into this stuff, and basically that's the frequency that makes you feel good.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean,
Yeah.
after listening to like a song, or like,
There's-
how good do you feel after a wedding and you're dancing all night?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing I was going to bring
Oh
up.
my
A DJ
God.
normally, I don't know about every DJ that pays attention to this, but like there's a lot of DJs that focus on the amount of beats per minute. And they say that once they get to a specific set of beats per minute, that's when like everybody in the room's like, okay, like I'm on the same vibe. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why
So
one,
it's like, I don't know,
one
what,
That's
114, 120, something like that. I don't know.
beats per minute.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's all going back to the same philosophy
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
it's all about the vibe and the feeling. But I mean, everyone feels like they want to be in love after a wedding, right? Like it's just like so romantic. You have usually so much fun. It's just like different, and I think
true.
that's all
Different
from
vibes.
the DJ and the music.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how I feel every time I go to a like. I remember that's the other thing. After you have kids, you turn into a complete bitch. Like I
don't know
no
about that.
joke. No. Okay. Okay.
wait,
right now,
give me an
I'm-
example.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
big
I'm going to give you a great
Call me
example.
bitch.
Yeah, you're a bitch. I'm going to give you a great example. I think it was like a couple of years ago. I went to a wedding, and it was a daughter-daddy dance.
Okay.
And
Okay,
and I
yes,
had.
yes,
I think I
I'm a
just
bitch.
had. Yeah, I just had. My
I know where you're talking.
yeah.
I know where you're going with this.
I just had my first daughter, and I think I maybe had another boy at the time. I maybe only had 2 kids. But I thought of
Crying
I do.
already.
Yeah, I thought of
Never
me
mind. Amanda, what'd you
dancing
do
with
this
her.
Matter of fact, what are you doing next week?
It's literally great.
Literally, like I'm not kidding. Like
I started work
tears
again.
down my eyes,
Well, are you going to answer
like
him?
down my face.
beautiful.
Like
Yeah,
I'm not
worked
kidding.
out,
I'll admit it.
designed,
Like,
cooked.
I am a little bit of a
Some good
I know,
stuff.
but if I went to that wedding before kids, I would get caught up in the moment, but never ever cry.
Yeah.
I feel like daughters do that to men.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
weak. They make you weak.
Oh, yeah.
Like my daughter could do and say anything.
you see the
to
world
me.
completely differently.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've only had her for 9 months, but like,
still.
yeah,
Your life has changed.
yeah, 100%. You just didn't. Now you have this new component you didn't have before. in your
Exactly.
life, you know what I mean? And a new love for something that just didn't exist before, and now it's here.
And then how do you love something that you never knew?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so weird.
That's
Very
the
weird.
magic of it.
Very weird.
I'll admit though, I'll tell you that like when you first have the baby, you're like, am I going to love this baby? Like, cause I've had 4 experiences that way. And like, you don't love them as much as you love the other one at 1st. I'm going to admit it. No one's going to admit that to you, but that's the truth.
What?
Like you have your first baby and you fall in love with her. Like in my case, like
Right.
I fell in love with her every day. Now I'm like, forget it. I can't love her anymore.
More.
Then I had a son, and when he was first born, I didn't love him like I loved her because I knew her longer. I'm serious.
They're going to listen to this.
That's okay. This is the truth. But you know what? This is where
Like,
I'm
so
real.
where are we now?
Yeah.
This is where I'm real, though. I'm admitting something that people like. No, I love them. No, it's a
Right.
different love. How do I love something that I don't really know yet?
Yeah.
Yes, there's love. Okay, and I'm trying to.
Yes,
I love
of
it.
course.
No, I
but
get what you're saying.
I fell in love with my daughter because now she was 2, let's say, and now I have 2 years with her where my son I have nothing yet, and then now it's all equal. It's all equal,
Yeah.
but it's the truth,
Right.
And I feel like a parent is going to lie to you if they're telling you, oh, like I loved you all the same. No, because you fall in love with that person,
Definitely.
and they're all so different. Like so different personalities, and one reminds you of like yourself growing up, and like
Weird. I think it's weird too. It's like there's a time when like you weren't here, and then out of nowhere you're sitting there across the room from me, looking at me, and I'm like reacting to you, and you're reacting to me, and it's like you're a real thing. You know what I mean?
and you're a dad, like someone's
It's
calling
like,
you
what
daddy.
the fuck? Like it's so weird because it's like they didn't exist before. They're here now, and they're like in some way like involved in your life and like,
Forever.
messing with you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
reacting to you.
They're like, welcome. I'm
Weird,
here.
weird. It is weird.
it's
So how
crazy.
do you have any advice for fathers?
I mean, you guys
Being
seem
a daughter?
like incredible dads, but be there. Like the one thing I was always so grateful of that my father did, even though like my little brother and my older brother, they're into sports, and my dad was very big into football, and
Yes.
like I was the artsy kid, and I was dancing and singing around always, and even though he didn't understand it or whatever, he was at every single performance, like no matter what. Like I actually now have to like lie to him and tell him, no, I'm not doing a show, so he doesn't travel to the city for my like 1 o'clock in the morning set.
Word.
Like, and like that's something I always take with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So he was always there.
Yeah,
Always there.
Always supportive,
Yeah,
and
Kudos to you,
yeah.
Dad.
yeah.
the best.
He is the best. I know him. He really is the best. I remember. I'll tell you a little story about your dad. I don't know if you know this or not.
I don't know.
Okay.
Tell me. I'm scared.
No. So your dad was young when he moved here. They were
Right,
young.
right,
They were
yeah.
they were very, very young. So, your mom was like my age maybe now or a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like I just looked up to your dad a lot. Like he had quads.
I know.
And he was like a big kid. I hope he listens to this because maybe he's gonna call me and be like, "I love you too."
Plus, you could take
And
it
I
out of my
remember-
quads anytime.
I miss those quads.
Yeah, he had
I
two. He
flipped one
bought. He
over
had 2 of them.
I sold my dirt bikes, and now I want them again. So it's
Yes.
So annoying.
Here, there's trails.
There's-
wait.
We created trails.
They were, I don't. I think they're gone though.
They're
Oh,
gone.
here you're saying.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
Yeah.
Here, like
well,
around
you
here?
got to make them again because
We have to make them.
they
again.
were
Do something,
It was
yeah.
insane.
So
Anyway,
no, that's fine. So I remember when I got my quad, I was so excited to go to show your dad.
Oh.
So on Christmas, I think it was Christmas. It was either Christmas or my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like driving up to his house. Like think about like I don't know. Now I think about it, I'm like I feel bad. I probably bothered this guy, but he never seemed
he
bothered by me at all.
Right.
I knocked on his door. I was like, "Yo, Mario, I got a quad. Like,
You gotta come look at it.
Yo, you gotta come see this." And he would come out, and he was like so like happy for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like I felt like he was like a big brother, like a
Right,
big
right.
kid.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, your quad's awesome." Meanwhile,
Yeah.
like I was like this little 80cc. He had like these big mama like huge quads, but he was such a great guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's
It was nice.
He's cool.
But I remember like I was showing him my like literally that's the first house I went to.
Really?
Yep.
That is hysterical.
And I couldn't start it when I was on the come home.
Oh, wait.
It's like, all right, we're good.
Can you help me?
Yeah. But I just it's a cool story and probably something that he never even knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He
I mean, he
probably
was
loves
young.
that.
He was a kid. He was a kid. You know, he was a kid and
Funny.
just super down to earth guy and just a great family you come from. So that's good.
Thanks.
Literally everybody,
Thanks, Dad.
everybody from your mom, your dad, your brothers, your extended family, like just a great, kind of reminds me a little bit of my family. Like you guys
I
go
mean,
like
so do you. Like your family is beautiful.
close and
So kind,
go on
yeah.
vacations together, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like you guys go as like the crew.
Right.
The crew is coming.
Talking about vacations, seems like you travel a lot,
I do.
right?
I feel like I need to. There's so much of this world to see, and there's so much that's going on beyond, Cold Neck or Long Branch, New Jersey, and I felt like I need to see it, especially Italy. Like I fell in
Big
love.
time. I want to go there too one day. Where have you traveled?
I've been Italy, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico.
Just to travel or
California,
anything
Mexico.
anything to do with like
Singing.
Just to travel.
Just travel.
Just
nothing
travel,
nothing
yeah,
with
'cause
work.
I did a lot of this before I started releasing music too. I went to a lot of Bahamas. I mean, like some of the regular places people go, like Punta Cana. I want to go to more of Europe though. Like
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason I need to go to like the UK
Great.
and Paris and places like that.
Euro trips
Greece.
are awesome. Like
Yeah.
I love them every time. Because I would go to Portugal and we would travel
Yes,
the
I wanna go
whole.
there.
My father's from there, so he knows where to go. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he'd turn left, whatever. I'm turning.
Like
So
you still
I know,
like
yeah.
you need to go
Yeah.
travel with someone
with
With
somebody who's
someone.
from there, from
Right,
that
right.
place.
You
But
have to.
I would love to go to France, like Italy. Definitely, I gotta go. Greece too.
Greece, I heard, is like
Greece,
Yeah,
I love.
the
I would
spot.
love to. You know where I'd love to go? Australia, but I don't want to fly that long.
I know. I was
Isn't it a
honestly thinking
long-ass
about that
flight?
yesterday. I was like, I'd love to go to Australia, like see some kangaroos or something.
Yeah.
Maybe get knocked out.
You ever
Like,
see the
literally just
inside?
knocked out and just put you on a plane and just wake up and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That should be a service,
There should be a service. They have drugs.
dude.
Yeah.
Drugs for that.
Dude, that's a service
That's a
waiting to
service.
happen, right?
Yeah. People, I mean, I would be
We
able to
knock you
do
out
it. Just
for
so
your flight.
boring. Like, what do you
Yeah,
do?
what do you do?
I get restless for Florida.
How many movies is that? How many hours?
It's
is
a lot.
Flight to Australia.
Isn't it like 24 or something?
It's a
So
whole
you gotta
day, I think.
watch 12 movies. 12
Think about that.
2-hour movies.
All right, so imagine like your first movie's over and you're like, okay, I got 11 more. Literally, like, I got
Yeah.
11 more. 11 more. Damn. I flew to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, how was
Yeah.
that?
We did it like in two flights.
Yeah.
It was I mean, I was a kid, but it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It sucked as a
Yeah.
kid. But as a kid, I think you don't really like care so much. Now, like you fly, and now it's like, okay, well, all right, this kid's over here, this kid's over there. Like they're not going anywhere, but you're gonna make sure, like, all right, this one's gonna. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work,
it's crazy.
and it's expensive. Now I need like a whole row.
Have you seen the airports now, like on Instagram or anything?
No.
I saw somebody's Instagram live. Nobody was in the. This
one's
guy
there.
called in on somebody else's. I think
Another podcast.
it was some guy went live. Some famous guy went live, and then he got a call. Somebody who called in, and they were like, "Oh, I'm at the airport," and they showed us the airport, and nobody was in there. It was like this one other custodian guy.
Have you gone to a
It's
rest
the
stop
weirdest thing.
since COVID?
No,
Weirdest
No,
thing
no.
ever.
Oh yeah, you went like last week, right?
Yeah. So I was driving home and I had I just stopped at the rest stop and I was starving. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, like whatever. They're gonna have everything open. The only thing that was open was Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in
Word.
literally for
Yeah.
I don't eat fast food, but
Yeah,
I was
Burger
like
King
I was like
without me.
so
You
hungry.
cheated on me.
I cheated
Alright,
on you
yeah.
for Burger King. Yeah.
Got you.
And I really
There was no
thought
Chipotle in there?
there was no Chipotle. Nathan's was
Yeah.
everything was closed there.
No Chipotle?
Starbucks, everything. So I literally kept looking behind me because I really thought that someone was going to kill me because it was just like
That was scary,
it was
yeah.
just creepy.
Yeah.
Like no one
Different,
did
right?
anything. There wasn't anything like there. It's just like
Where were you coming from?
Can you imagine
up north. I was
Can
up
you
north
imagine
for
like
work.
you're a singer, so like can you
Yeah.
imagine an audience just not being there or 6 feet apart from each other?
No, and that's what it's kind of going to be like.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not forever though.
I don't think it's
No,
forever
not
because people are
forever.
getting sick of it.
I think
Yeah.
people will
That's
just be
what I
like,
feel, but-
whatever. I'll just get the immunity to it, and just be done.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what I learned
Mm.
yesterday? It was just crack my knuckles. So
No, I
my
have
friend
to.
told me that, and you guys obviously know more about this than I do, but I got it. So my whole family had
Oh, really?
corona. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't get. We all tested negative. Don't worry. I'm not
No, not worried.
But so if you take the antibodies test and you have the antibodies, whatever, you can't get it again or you'll handle it well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have the antibodies. Like, I'm good. She's like, you know that doesn't last forever, right? I'm like, wait, what do you mean? It doesn't last
Right.
forever. She's like, probably in a few months you can get it again. I was like, get out of here. I have to deal with this all over again.
See, it doesn't. the way like your immune system works.
Were you asymptomatic or you had
I was
actually symptoms?
asymptomatic.
Okay.
Oh, so you didn't even have really any symptoms.
There was
Exactly.
There's a paper that came out that said that asymptomatic people who carry it actually can't even transfer it either.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Because I was terrified. I was like, I should be like the poster girl
Right.
of stay inside because I had no symptoms.
Like there was
And I had
no
it.
evidence to show that it did.
That it did. Yeah. They did it. It was
So
a
whether
PubMed
it does
one,
or
too.
so that whether it does or not, there's no evidence to say so right now so far that it actually transfers to somebody else.
Now,
Which is
like
crazy.
every like person is gonna have a different opinion on it, right? So this is my opinion.
And or read
This
the
is-
paper
Yeah.
differently.
Everyone's gonna and not to say like who's right and who's wrong, but my opinion on immunity is this, right? So you got this right now. They think it's a virus, right?
Right.
Italy said that they thought it was a bacteria. So who's right? But let's just assume that it's a virus.
Right.
Now you get infected with this virus. You get infected with millions of viruses every day. You know that, right? Like you come in contact with thousands
Like I
of
do?
and millions of viruses every day. It's just that you have an immune system that doesn't allow you to get sick.
Okay.
So you can get the flu over again, right? Because there's different strains and the way it works. So you can get anything again, but you were asymptomatic because your immune system was probably so sharp that you were good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know how many other contaminants you must have come in contact with just even coming over here or just going out anywhere or anything. It's just what it is. It's just the world that we live in.
Right,
The
right,
bacteria in our stomach, we just have an immune system. And I think people forgot that we have an immune system and we should have been safe and comfortable and careful and make sure that we won't spread unnecessarily to like grandma and grandpa who are most at risk. But if that is the case, then we wouldn't go out anywhere, anytime.
That's true.
Think about it. The flu doesn't go away. The flu still stays there, just that in the summer we have the sunlight, so our immune systems are a little bit stronger there, so we don't really see many cases of the flu. But you can still get the flu in the summer.
Right.
So if that's the case, I feel like we would be inside and wearing masks all the time.
Constantly, right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, people died, and I'm not downplaying the virus at all. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, where will it end? If what they're saying is it will never end.
I know.
Because there'll always be another strain. Because in order for a virus to live again, it has to replicate and mutate.
Yeah.
And the mutation will cause you to get sick. So you can get the flu twice, right? 3 times. So you were asymptomatic. So you were like the perfect person to get it.
Right, but my fear would be passing it on to somebody. Well, now that you're saying
Right.
I probably can't, passing it on to somebody who
But you
can handle
you could
it.
pass it on to anything or anybody. And you could pass
Right.
anything. You didn't even know maybe you're not feeling well. There are so many times where you probably fight stuff where you were going to get sick, but your immune system took over and then you weren't sick. You wouldn't have any symptoms.
Right.
That's how we build our immune system. That's how, personally.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
It's a lot.
it's a lot. And again, this is just my opinion on it. I'm not saying I'm right or I'm completely wrong. Or it's just this is my opinion. Otherwise, we would never ever go out anywhere
That's true.
during flu season. I mean, like, people get the flu and they're sick for 14 days, and that's kind of like normal.
But do you think people are so scared because it's so contagious? Like, is this something it's more contagious than the flu? No.
I think it's just media, like, it's just hype
It's the
too.
media hype.
Fear mongering and
Yeah.
stuff like that too.
Which I guess you have to do that in order for people to actually stay home and follow the rules. I get that.
100%.
But I feel like we being America, like, we supposed to have like these top scientists, these top doctors. Like, no one can figure out like it's a virus. Like we can't fight it better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
we don't know. I find that hard to believe.
Well, there are a lot of people that are also really disgusting. Like, I'm
Yes,
not kidding.
100%.
When Corona first started, I was still living in the city. I'm back home now because the city's mayhem.
Yeah.
So I was walking. I'll never forget this. I was walking home. I was on the phone, and this guy, he must have been like DoorDash or something. He's like carrying
DoorDash, imagine that.
Yeah, he's
Delivering
carrying
your
food.
Yeah.
And he sneezes,
Oh my
blows
God.
his nose into his hand, wipes it on the pole, and
No.
grabs the
Oh
food.
my
I
God.
was like, I'm out. Right here.
Why is
I'm
it on the
out.
pole? The pole is already like that's somebody else that did that earlier in the morning.
Right.
So now he's got that's what I'm saying. He's got millions of bacteria on his hand, put it on the food.
Besides his,
and that
yeah.
person who ate maybe didn't even get sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it will never end. it would never end.
You ever see those memes like, oh, if you've been at I don't know, Porta, you can survive the
corona.
Right?
You're immune.
If you've been to DJs,
Yes,
you're
yes,
good.
that one.
The other thing, what was I going to say? It was a good point. Oh man, it was a really good point.
I'm just like, can this be over so DJs can open up?
Oh, gee.
We're talking.
What was I going to say?
We were talking about the hand on the pole.
Yeah, it's not helping me.
Trying to help
The
you, man.
virus and the
Fuck you
sneeze
up, I'm
blowing
sorry.
the nose. I got
Oh,
cough
if there's
drops.
one thing that we got out of this
Uh-huh.
is that people need to take better care of their hygiene.
Yes.
Yes.
Washing their hands,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like
Yes.
that. That's so. I think that, again, positives coming out of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
a lot
People
of
stop
positives.
being so disgusting. Wash your hands. Don't blow your hands into your nose, and don't cough on me while I'm on the subway.
No,
That happened like 3
Seriously.
times.
Like, I don't like coughing.
probably why your immune system is so good though.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
because you've been exposed to so much, so that you had. So when you got it, you would have never even known you had it, right?
Yeah, no.
Nothing. So explain that, and then explain someone dying. It doesn't make sense, right? Like
No.
it affects everyone a little bit differently. I mean, I know before all this, like my kids were, and a lot of people talking to other parents too. Like before that, my kids were sick too with similar symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had it too.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people said, "Oh, I
They had it
this
before.
thing, and I don't know what it was."
and you went to the doctor. The flu was negative.
Yeah.
The flu wasn't hot this year. It was that. It could have possibly been. You know, who knows?
right.
That's, you know, we try not to we try to be we try to, you know, bring good vibes like you did with the singing here.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah,
Really
like
good.
really
Thank you,
good.
thank you.
Like 11 out of 10. Could get the 10 out of 10. And the other thing too is with technology. Like this is what I was trying to think of this before, is that like I think back then, whatever, when I was younger, to produce a song, you'd have to have a record label deal. Like now you put it on Spotify and like you
Pay for like studio.
yeah, like
presence.
you could do this. You could bring mics. Like you could probably do
it
your
at
own
home.
thing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So as an independent artist right now, I actually do everything by myself.
by yourself.
I don't mix and master, and I actually did Emotions with Donnie Klang. He's an amazing producer.
Like famous.
He was on Making the Band,
Okay, so he has like
and
a
he was P Diddy's like.
guy.
Yeah. Oh my
Wow.
God. Yeah. He's really just amazing. But worked on Emotions with him, and I actually made. So there's a music video to Emotions too that I did myself. It's like a quarantine style video. Guys, never
Oh, this
edited
one.
a video before.
Oh my god! You
but,
know what I mean?
like-
Did you see 6ix9ine's quarantine video too?
No.
Takashi 6ix9ine. It's a different video.
I was like, we're in quarantine. I'm
But,
just
like,
gonna
yeah,
go with it.
A lot of
And you
people are
did?
doing
And you
quarantine.
edited it
This
yourself?
is it, right? The one that we just saw.
iMovie. Great thing. Yes.
The one we just saw. It was very good.
It's really good, and it looks
Really
like you did it by the shore, right?
Yeah.
I know.
I'll just play it in the background. We saw
And
her.
who's recording
You guys
this guy
Look
you
it up.
talked
It's
to?
on her link
No,
tree
my
link
friend Jackie's
in her bio.
actually. Yeah.
She did this?
Yeah. So she shot it.
She shot all
She
this.
accidentally shot it like this, and I was like, I'm just
Yes.
gonna go with it.
Yes.
We're just gonna pretend like it was
It's good.
supposed to be like
Uh-huh.
that.
I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got
she
Pure
has really
Village.
good shots.
Very good.
But the song's available Spotify, iTunes, everywhere.
Emotions.
Emotions. There's an acoustic version and a regular version. So this is the acoustic.
I love acoustic.
Yes.
Like that's my favorite because I think you really
And there's a
connect
good time and place for acoustic too.
when you're crying in your bed alone.
Yes.
So we just sob to the song.
Emotions, acoustic, unbelievable.
Very good.
I can't say enough good things,
Seriously.
and I think it's because I know her as a kid,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like weird, like just seeing what like she's grown into, like it's
Progression and
the
everything.
yeah.
I was like the little girl running around trying to like play football with the boys because I had one girl on the block.
You did, right?
Singer.
I feel like you did.
They're like, guys, let me play. They're like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
We used to play football with your dad too.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's cool.
unbelievable. Well, I thank you. I
Thank you
know
so
you're
much.
going to be something like you're definitely headed in the right direction, and just go with
Hell
it.
yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you.
consistent.
Yeah,
Don't stop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep.
The difference
Keep
between
on
you
driving.
and somebody else is just not giving up.
Yep.
And that's really what it comes down to.
Absolutely.
Just keep putting these videos out. And you wrote all these songs too?
Yes, I write all my songs.
Every one of them.
By yourself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Really
But
good
this
job.
one I did do with Donnie Klang, but
But for the most part, you're writing
yeah,
most
yeah,
of the
yeah.
stuff.
Yes. Cool. Wow. Well, thank you for coming so much.
thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was so
And
fun.
she promised she was coming back.
Yes.
When I'm
You
like
said it,
huge
right?
and big, you know,
All right.
coming back.
We have it on this.
I don't care.
recording
She's
here.
coming. We'll bring that portable recorder to her.
Yes.
Like knocking on my door. We're
yeah.
here. You forgot, but we're
She's
here.
gonna. She better not forget about it.
We're good now. We're good now.
Yeah.
We're cool now, guys.
All right.
All
You
right,
promised
guys.
us.
Thanks for
we
listening.
have the audio.
Comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram, Victoria Taylor Music, and catch
Thank
us
you.
on our next show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, guys.